Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. So where we left off last time, we were wandering around with our swarm, doing things. I found out something very interesting. So, let's go to the Spinner of Nightmare's den for a second, for example. We're going to go here. We also increased our swarm by one size, just by wandering and killing some things, just because I wanted to get a little bit more swarmy. We do have reach, you have to be in swarm form for that. But more importantly, when we made a clone, specifically this clone, we made it with permanent buffs. If you look, he has all the buffs we had on during that fight. And they're all permanent. We have Mind Blank permanent, we have Outflank, well, Outflank is fine. But Angelic Aspect permanent, the Veils permanent, Blessing of Courage, Bull Strength, all of these things, including Iron Body, which actually kind of sucks. I kind of wish we could get rid of this one. Unfortunately, that's not something we can do. We're also incredibly slow, but that doesn't really make a difference for us. The funny thing, though, is we have all these buffs. He's like the best tank, because he can never lose Stone Skin. I don't know if it'll ever go off, even if he takes 150 damage. I'm so curious to find out now, but he's like the best tank we could have asked for, because he's got all these damage reductions and all these armor class increases. So he's got 50 armor class, and that's not in Swarm form. That's in Swarm Feast form. So in Swarm form, he's got 54. Oh yeah, the other thing is these forms don't get the same buffs as your main Swarm. So your main Swarm gets 4 plus your Swarm level, right? So we get 11. These ones are just stuck at 4. You can see Eye of the Swarm there, plus 4. Same thing with this one, Eye of the Swarm, plus 4. So, it's almost better to keep them on these other ones, because 4 armor class, yeah, it's good, but it's not as good as Swarm Feast. Because Swarm Feast is going to give you
so many thoughts, so little time.
An insane amount of AoE damage over time. Anyways, we're here. Let's go in and see what's going on in this place. I just opened and closed the door on myself. We're going to change our formation just a little bit. So, which one's... Oh my god, I don't know which one's which. This has become slightly problematic.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Are you the main one? Yes, okay, good. He wants to be in front because he can technically have the most armor class, even though the other guy has more damage reduction by a massive amount. Yeah, it's very silly. So there are some Baphomet cultists here, obviously. And there's the Spinner of Nightmares right up there. Let's go in and see what she wants to say. She has got displacement on, that's true. She has decided to sit down. There's an athletics check here. We've opened a door to a treasure room. It has some random garbage. Literally garbage. Awful. Except for the Greater Dispel Scroll. That actually can be useful. There's no one else to talk to in here. Let's just go up to the top, I guess.
Backwards, backwards!
You see a short, stout woman with full lips, long reddish hair, and insolent, lying, and completely shameless eyes. Hello, darling. Tired of serving the crusade? Care for some sweet illusions from the Spinner of Nightmares? Came for Lori, let her go immediately. The young woman makes eyes at you, and with feigned innocence asks sweetly, Really, Sir Crusader, did you come to save me? You're so heroic. The Spinner of Nightmares laughs merrily. You are really trying to convince me that you're Lori? Seriously? Like you don't know. I mean, you don't. Seriously? The Spinner of Nightmares starts laughing. She laughs for a long time, obviously enjoying the process. Then she calms down and wipes away the tears from her laughter. That's a joke, right? Hiller Prale seemed entirely focused, reasonable, and reserved to you, but in fact he's a complete psycho. Don't blame him for deceiving you. He doesn't realize he's gone mad. 3 years ago I decided I'd had enough of the Pathfinder life. I met like-minded people and joined the Labyrinth of the Mind, a group of Baphomet cultists whose heads Daddy Hiller was out to get. They were charmed by the mutability of the mind, the ease with which it can be tricked, and the wealth of opportunities doing so opened. I left a nice note to Daddy, asked him not to look for me, then I escaped, but Hiller started to chase me. He got it into his head that the Spinner of Nightmares, an evil sorcerer, stole his favorite daughter. The only thing I stole from him was Mom's locket, which I took as a keepsake. She points at the unassuming locket around her neck. Hiller was always tailing me. He dragged all my beautiful ideas through the mud. He broke carefully implemented plans. A few times we fought face to face, and every time I won. But I didn't want to kill him. So I erased his memory and hoped that he would finally get lost, but he always comes back. The last time he snuck up on me, well, he almost chopped my head off with a single blow. I was frightened. I started to fight him with all my strength, and I thought I'd finally managed to break Daddy. I doubted he could heal from the wounds, so I hoped his hunt was finally over. But now you've appeared on my doorstep. When will it end? You should finish the fool off. Why do you keep sparing him? Well, you know, he's still my father. I used to love him, and I love him even now. If only he hadn't tried to kill me 6 times, I think. When Mom died, I became the light of his life, but I never wanted to be the light of anyone's life. I have my own path, and Dad should just made peace with that. Instead, he sends assassins like you after me. Are you sure you want our meeting to end in murder? I don't care about your story, you're my enemy and that's all there is to it. Scoffing and disappointed, the Spinner of Nightmares gives you a menacing smile. When I'm done with you, your splintered mind will resemble a flower with petals made of agony, terror, and pleasure. There are several of her. She's her own swarm that walks, I guess. So, kind of. Alright, well, let's get started on that one. I'm not really sure how our own pet died from that, but she did. But it did. Sirocco and some other junk. Oh, weird is annoying. We're losing valuable strength here. Stupid concealment. You never know what to believe and what not. Reality is always changing. This is the end. All the illusions are dispelled. Tell Daddy I love him. Alright, well we got all the stuff. We took some damage from Sirocco? No, Death of Illusion does a lot of damage actually. We're slowly healing up though. Let's use some restoration scrolls just to get back our strength and dex, constitution. We have a bunch of them, I just can't find them now. If I were my there they are. That one's good. We could dispel these buffs, I think, off of this character. Maybe we can even dismiss them.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
How do we have dispel magic? Actually, I'm kind of curious about that. Anyways, let's
Quick, else we miss all the fun.
there it is, dismiss spell. Can we just...
Work, you silly spell.
Oh, it's an area of effect we have to get rid of. Okay. It's like a level 0 spell. It is a level 0 spell. I see. We could just dispel ourselves. We could try to anyways. Do we get dispel magic as rangers? No. Maybe? Level 3 spell? No. Alright, well, we did kill her. That was a very easy fight, actually. Let's go drop off this quest to Hilor. And that'll be that. We are going to have to fight Finian's quest at some point in time here. Did I eat her body? Let's go back in there real quick. Have to make sure we ate her body peacefully. We also have to go do Arushalae's death, which actually shouldn't be that hard with this particular group. Oh, we should... I think we definitely ate her body. We have the spinny thingy up. 2808. Yeah, she has no body there. Okay, cool. Can we kill these guys? No. We can't just consume everyone in here, apparently. I don't know why, but... just the way of the world. I guess what we could do is wander around and do Arushalae's thing right now. Can't be that hard to kill some demons. Especially with our newfound powers. As the better swarm. And a third person which has permanent buffs, which I love. It's very silly. Kinda wish I had a permanence Cat's Grace though. That would have helped with that. Negate the adamantine body debuff. Oh, hang on. We must keep growing our swarm. Also, our zombies got killed on the way. Unfortunately, half of our zombies got murdered by enemies. We now have quite the swarm growing here, though. Oh, we can go to the ineluctable prison currently. It's open, but we're not going to yet. Ooh, traveling merchant. Yes. Let's go kill Arushalae. It's time to kill the succubus once and for all. Do I feel bad about that? I mean, kinda. Keep changing his stuff in hopes that I'll find some, like, long swords. Literally any... Oh, there's nothing good. Although belt of physical form and flow. Well, just the form anyways. Would be good. Okay, bye. Change your stuff again. Sorry, you're on Hunter now, I think. Go for exotic wares. That belt is going to go on him, because now he can actually have some moderately good hit to hit. That should help a little bit. Now he's at plus 33, which is pretty decent, actually. It's better than his, to be honest. But, yeah, nice. He does so much damage. Like, this guy does lots of damage too, but the amount of damage he gets from, well, it's just from Piranha Strike. Does everyone else have Piranha Strike on? 12. 12. Then what's the other one from? He's getting more damage from something else. It might be from Adamant, like one of the buffs here, like the Holy Sword buff or something like that. Anyways, let's go do this fight. We'll keep long range of my two people in the back, and we'll just let our main character tank this. He should be fine to tank on his own with Swarm Form on, because 61 armor is pretty good. Yeah. Everyone, let's walk. Arushalae! What a pleasant surprise. Hello. Hey boys, say hi to an old friend of mine. Come in, come in. Arushalae examines you from head to toe. What an appalling thing you become. What are you doing here? I wanted to come and I'm here. After all those wasted years of chasing dreams, I almost forgot how much fun one could have in the world of mortals. But I'm certainly making up for lost time. Are these your new friends? Indeed they are. These handsome fellows had a jolly good time in the whirlwind wastes, but they were longing for some feminine warmth. Arushalae slowly strokes her thigh, as well as sage feminine counsel. And now I have my own gang. Isn't it great? Does this mean you're not trying to become good anymore? Oh please, what a fool I used to be. I believed the lies of a deceitful goddess. I wasted so much time and energy. I kept risking my neck, and for who? For mortals? For this blithering meat? Who knows, I might still be trapped in that delusion if I hadn't knocked, or if you hadn't knocked some sense into me. Is she bored of this hole? You can rejoin my party if you want. A tempting offer. But you know, you're not that fun to be around. I have a better idea. You know, Commander, I've wanted to taste you ever since our first meeting. You had such a fine body. It's a shame to see what's become of it. Can't be helped, I suppose. Let's get him, boys.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Concealment is very annoying. Let's get in there. Let's Fiendish Quarry, because we have Fiendish Quarry.
Die! Die!
Okay, that's fine. There's some babaos kicking around, I know. Now we have some rocks in here, which is annoying. We can quarry things still, even from a distance. I think they're also ranged touch attacks. Yeah, it's ridiculous how good this is. All dead on that one. Next one. Also, we have some severe damage reduction now. Let's start to murder things. One guy to tank and The rest of them to just annihilate everything. We don't really care at all about Arushalae. She's not the important one in this fight.
May I see your entrails, please? May I see your entrails, please?
The Clavicus is actually kind of hard to kill, admittedly. Start murdering all the babows. Now that the Balor is dead, we've pretty much got this set. We should kill the Clavicus Marauder. Let's get Fiendish Quarry. Which apparently takes all of our movement, which is annoying.
Let the attack commence.
Almost killed that one in one go. Maybe our other guy just gets some normal quarry, just so we can actually do an attack this round against the Clavicus. Those range touch attacks just do an insane amount of damage. He did 1 damage with the sneak attack. Oh, the swarm, once you get to Mythic Rank 9, is just so much fun.
May I see your entrails, please?
It is ludicrously good.
Burn. Slice. Behead, yes.
One more Mythic Rock Assassin to go, and then we're all done for this little encounter. We can kill Arushalae. And that's the end of that.
This way.
A longsword +1 and some trash tier gear for that. I don't really want any of those things. Do I want this? No, not really, honestly. There's some more loot here though. Yes, we want those. Sure, I'll take that, whatever that is. We got a belt of some sort, or a head thingy. I think it's another wisdom one or kinetic one. I like how we're just picking up Bazors. Why? Those are truly disgusting. Also, we didn't get any swarm stuff for this fight at all. Even though we eat them all.
I'll take the bait. Work. Work, you silly spell. Work, you silly spell.
Let's see if we get some when we leave. Because we're still only at 2,807. And I definitely want to be more than Swarm level 7. Maybe they didn't count as things we devoured? For some reason? Let's go to the Desolate Thicket. Maybe it's just a thing that happened. And then we'll call it a video after that, probably. Look for a random encounter to see if our thing is broken or not. Oh. Okay, whatever. Of all the things in this particular playthrough that are important, these trash tier demon approach armies are just the worst. I have literally thousands of bugs. And a fairly sizable human army growing. And also a great undead army that's growing as well. We have almost as many skeletons as we did when we were a necromancer. Just from these stupid armies coming and smacking their face into Dresden over and over again. We don't have to worry about any of the other outposts, which is kind of nice. We just have to defend our main city. We can just sit here. That did no damage. That's a no. Oh, that was my rangers. Whoops. For some reason I thought it was a different unit. Killed some of my bugs. How uncool, dude. There we go. We lost 5 bugs, but we regained them immediately. I wonder how medical tents for bugs look. That's just weird to me. Alright, let's go into the Desolate Thicket. Hopefully it's not broken this time. We fixed it, I think. I did all of the things that said on the internet to do. To try and fix the black screen problem. And it did appear to work, so that's, I guess, positive. Let's quick save and see what there is here and see if we can gain more swarm stuff. Oh, there's an army here, at least. There's also 2 Glabrazu, or sorry, Clavicus and a Glabrazu.
Let the attack commence.
I don't think that one was close enough to be eaten, maybe. Maybe that's our problem. Or maybe it's not our, maybe it's our main character isn't doing the swarm feasting. Maybe he has to do it. He should have attacked. That was silly. Plus range touch attacks will be awesome anyways, so let's see how this goes. Should probably kill the Glabrazu first. I'm willing to bet it's going to be the toughest of them. Especially now with its dumb mirror images, which have now annoyed me. If this works, I might just go back and do the other fight so we can get the swarm points for it.
May I see your entrails, please?
I think we killed a lot of CR worth of stuff in that fight, and it would be a shame to lose it all. Probably a few hundred points. Yep, that appears to be what happened. Okay, well, we're going to end the video. Well, I'm not going to end the video. I'm just going to pause the video here for 2 seconds, go back and do the Arushalae fight again one more time really quickly. And then, of course, the 2 battles we had to do. And then we will come back and finish this up. See you guys shortly. Alrighty, we are back and we're going to try and finish this zone. We did get a ton more by doing that. We're now at 3,100 as opposed to like 2,900. So yeah, your main character has to have the thing on or else it doesn't work. Just as a heads up. Statue of a chicken created in an artful and absolutely non-insulting manner with a crumpled note. We'll read that shortly. Just going to quickly explore the rest of the zone first and then we'll read the chicken note. I'm sure it'll be very interesting. Something to do with chickens. There's a lot of demons here for a not very exciting zone so far. There's a dead person. Some random junk.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Anything else in the dead corpses? Alright, let's read the chicken note, I guess. Where'd it go? Crumpled note. If you found this note, I want you to know art is pain. My name is Floggy the Sculptor, and the moment I was born, Goddess Shaylin struck me with the most horrible curse of all. She gave me a craving for art. I became a sculptor's apprentice when I was 7, and by 25 I'd already become a reputable and ambitious debutante. Alas, it didn't bring me any happiness. My first piece of art, a composition called The Last Aslanti Takes a Step into the Lands of the Axis, caused a stir, and most reactions were shouts of indignation. For some reason, the public decided that my depiction of Eredin bore a striking resemblance to the chairman of Absalom's Grand Council, Lord Wars. They accused me of being corrupt and subjected me to a shameful beating right at the grand opening. I attributed this calamity to my youthful inexperience, and I intended to turn the tables to avoid further accusations. I chose a topic that was pronouncedly distant from Absalom's realities, so I depicted the Chan goddess Chizuru. How could I have known that so many people from Zhenzai live in Absalom? And why did none of them warn me that the name of the goddess is actually spelled and pronounced Chizuru, or that misspelling is a great blasphemy? How could I even suspect that one part of my audience would be outraged by the excessive bellicosity of my statue, the other would be insulted by its extreme femininity, and the rest would brand me a parasite by trying to make money off an undisguised cultural appropriation? Feeling desperate, I turned to abstractionism, and when the time had come to give a name to my statue, I chose a random set of letters, consonants only, but caused even more trouble. That very night, a bunch of strangers clad in hooded black robes broke into my house, threatened me with daggers, and demanded I never again try to depict their mysterious deity or mention one of its secret names. Having failed at gaining glory among the educated and sophisticated public, I fled north to Sarkoris. There, among the simple people, my talent could finally blossom. I showed them wooden sculptures, whose crude grotesqueness emanated strength and the primordial power of the earth. Things they were supposed to understand. So they beat me up for good measure and kicked me out of their settlement, right after they broke my favorite chisel and spat in my travel bag. Until this day, I have no idea what I did to offend them. By that time, I'd already learned not to ask pointless questions. The desperation of it all made me feel bitter and stubborn, but fate challenged me, so I accepted the challenge. I had found my mission. I wanted to create a statue that would insult no one. After several weeks of contemplation, I decided to sculpt a chicken. Yes, a simple chicken. What could be offensive about a chicken? They are yellow, they chirp, there's definitely nothing bad about that. Oh, but I couldn't have been more wrong. A week after my sculpture was showcased to the audience, a group of grim-looking people came and fell to their knees before it. They pronounced my statue to be an idol of the deity they worshipped, an infernal duke, Yozreal. It turns out there is a Duke of Hell whose unholy symbol is a chicken. More and more cultists came to my sculpture every day, and then another kind of public arrived, tough knights with long swords who chopped down the admirers of my talent into pieces. After they were done with the slaughter, they started searching for the person who created the blasphemous chicken, for me. I fled, taking my unfortunate creation with me. I dragged the statue as far as I could, and I left it in the wilderness. I hope no one finds it here, although since you are reading this, my hope is futile. In this case, you should know that art is pain. Beware the people who worship chickens, and equally beware those who hate them. And here's the main thing I was trying to say. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings with the statue. Floggy, the sculptor. Amazing.
This way.
I'm so glad we came here for that. That was pretty fun. So I think we're going to end the video here. In the next video, we'll head off probably to Dresden, drop off Hillar's quest, and then we'll go to do Finian's side quest, I think, at the Bladesmith's workshop. And then we'll head off to the portal of the Ineluctable Prison at some point. We already did the Rasping Rifts, so we're golden on that. There's a bunch of portals. We just have to go to the one that is open. None of them are open currently, I don't think, so not a big deal. So for now, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time, and we'll try and keep growing our swarm, which has now become a murder machine without equal. Take care, and I'll see you next time.